What's up, night viewer? What you're looking at right now is my TV, as well as my Nintendo GameCube, my Sony PlayStation 2, my Sega Dreamcast, and my Sega Genesis that I had since I was a kid. My mom bought it for me back when it first came out, and I'm glad to say it still works. Also, I have various electronic equipment on top of my TV, as well as paperwork. I even have an animated figure from the video game series called Dead or Alive. I forgot her name, but she's a purple-haired Kunoichi, or female ninja, in case you guys don't know what Kunoichi means. Now, as for my TV, for the longest time, it was my ultimate gaming / entertainment unit. As you can see why, all these game consoles I have hooked up to it. Now, about a couple weeks ago, or a month or so, maybe a little longer, somewhere in there, my TV died. Now, my TV's really old, so I wasn't really bent out of shape or was upset about it. I was more surprised about how long it took, because I always kind of knew that it was running beyond its expiration date. So I am impressed with the longevity it provided me for the use of entertainment and stuff like that. I got out the TV, so I am grateful. However, I was mad at the fact, at the timing my TV chose to die, because I was playing this game at the time, Guilty Gear XX Accent Core for PlayStation 2. Now, I have finally gotten used to all the characters, like their gameplay, such as their basic attack, their combo attack, their chain attack, their weapon attack, even their specials. So, I got so used to with all the practice and everything that I became more confident enough to do the story mode. The story mode is basically arcade mode with a bio, and I managed to get it all the way up to the final boss. Now, when it comes to final bosses in no matter what genre of game or style of game, like RPG, adventure, fighting, whatever, most bosses are either hard or they cheat, meaning that you always gotta try to figure out a strategy to beat them, or do a lot of button mashing, to inflict so much damage so that way you can have the game more in your favor and you can beat them. But now, as I mentioned, I made it all the way to the final boss, and in the first round, I beat him. In the second round, he obliterated me. In the third round, all I had to do was give him one more hit and I would have beat him. One more hit and I would have finally found out the character's epilogue. The character I was using had a really good storyline, and I was really interested, and I wanted to see how his story ended. That's what epilogue means, by the way. The ending of a story. Now, the boss was getting on my nerves. I'm not gonna lie, I was already agitated because the final boss had a hair of a life bar left, and all he kept doing was countering and blocking, and it was driving me nuts. He was very, very annoying, and like I said, it was like back and forth, block for block, counter for counter, and like I said, I was already agitated. Then it came to me. There was a window of opportunity for me to deliver the final blow, and then just when I was about to take advantage of it, my TV died right at that moment. Yeah, put yourself in my predicaments. No matter what game you're playing or what style, say you're facing the final boss, you're already agitated and frustrated because the boss is very annoying. You manage to get him down to his last leg, so that means you're a bit pumped up, you're ready, you're excited. It's like you got your second wind kicked in, and you're hyped up now. It's like you're constantly hitting the buttons. You're like, come on, talking to yourself, and you're even at the point where you're yelling or talking to your character that you're playing as. You're like, come on, what are you doing? Block, move back. I'm pushing up. Why don't you jump? Jump, stupid, and you're like, come on, hit him. He's right there, hit him. There's a spot right there. Hit him, hit it. It's like you're just so amped up to just deliver that final blow. You're practically obsessed. And then all of a sudden that window of opportunity shows up, and that obsession that you had about delivering the final blow is about to come true, and then just at that moment, your TV died. Yeah. How would you feel? How would you react? What would you do? Now, I understand there are people out there that don't play console games, they play computer games. Same scenario, whether it's your laptop or your computer, you're facing the final boss, and then all of a sudden, when you're about to deliver the final blow, your monitor freezes, or it crashes, or just completely stops working. How would you react? What would you do? Also, ever since my TV been out, I've been thinking about it. How would you react and counter-react the fact that your TV is no longer working? I mean, I understand people don't watch TV, then there's people that do watch TV, then there's people in the middle, and then there's people that's kind of like me where I'm online, but sometimes I have a TV on just to see what's interesting pops up. But the thing about TV is it was invented as a source of delivering information. And it can also be used to help escape boredom and preoccupy your time. I mean, you had that freedom of choice and option to be like, I wonder what I feel like doing today. Why don't I just sit down and watch a couple of shows or watch a movie? That's what the TV was basically meant to be. But how would you feel when your freedom of choice, when that option is no longer available to you when your TV's gone? Now, for me, I'm okay with it because I'm a very active person, like I mentioned a couple times in my videos. I like to draw. I do outside activities. I do physical activities. And also, I have other things that occupy my time, such as my radio with a whole bunch of CDs. I love music. Also in the corner, I don't know how well my camera can pick it up. My guitar's in my guitar case, and it's over there in the corner, and I'm still learning to play my guitar. On the bottom, you'll see my amp with a big white piece of paper on top. I'm trying to keep the dust off. My room is very clean, though. Also, if you notice, I have more anime figs, and I also collect Transformers. They're all over the place in my room in various spots. Also, I collect comic books, mangas, trade paperbacks. In my bottom drawer, I have sports cards. I also have movies, animes, box set. Of course, I have video games all over my room. There are even some buried under my movies and anime. I also have some emulators in my laptop to play games, and I also use my laptop for other various stuff like watch animes and movies. Same function I use for my portable DVD player to watch animes and movies. I also have my PSP. I don't have a PSP case. I know I'm lazy. I should get one, but right now the package seems to be doing a good job holding everything together, and I do recommend everybody to go buy a cleaning cloth if you own a PSP to increase your longevity and stuff. Also, basically it's a good sign to show that in order for me to be bored, I have to be extremely lazy because, I don't have an excuse to do nothing. I'm always active. Now, I will say there is a plus side about my TV no longer working, because in the beginning when my TV worked, I was neglecting my laptop and my PSP. And now that my TV is no longer working, I managed to now pay more attention to my PSP to the point where I bought more games for it. And for my laptop, since I have emulators, I added more games into it. So now it's like, it's a plus, it's a good reason why, my TV is out. There's actually it's like a good thing, But, like I said, how would you react and counter-react the fact that your TV no longer works? Well, that's all the time I have. I hope you guys enjoy, and until next time, later.